human eyeballs that is actually a green salad, or a dish called Mountain of Puke that is actually French fries.
Human eyeball salad is rich in vitamin C.
But the main thing that prevented Florida from being relaxing was C. My big sister Lisa's decision on the first day of the trip to tell my parents that her thoughts about college were evolving. Lisa is a senior at Music and Art Academy, but not just a senior. She's more like a magical creature who floats on a cloud of pixie dust and barfs cotton candy and pees sparkling streams of delicious strawberry elixir. Barf! She would be voted most likely to succeed if NAACP did stuff like vote people most likely to succeed. Lisa can sing better than anybody you are likely to hear on the radio. And she is one of those people who, if you saw her wearing a snot-covered raincoat and shoes on her hands, your first thought would be, "Oh, I guess snot-covered raincoats and shoes on your hands must be in fashion now." Plus, she's generally good-natured and never intentionally lords her perfection over anybody, even me. But it is still mega annoying, since if there is anything I'm not, it's a perfect unicorn-like being who is good at everything. I'm more like the unicorn's comic relief sidekick, Stinky the Pig. Come, Stinky. Naturally, Lisa got a full scholarship to the college of her choice. In fact, colleges she hadn't even applied to sent her admission letters and boxes full of cash and puppies. Puppies? Not really, but you get the idea. So there we were, me and my parents and Lisa, chillaxing on a serene beach and staring out at water so blue it was almost fluorescent. And out of nowhere, Lisa opened her mouth and said, "I've been thinking, college will always be there, but it just kind of feels like now is the time to really go for it as far as making the whole band thing work. So I think I'm going to defer my acceptance for a year." I wasn't even a part of this discussion, and I could feel my throat closing up like I'd been poisoned. There was a pause approximately as long as the Ice Age and twice as cold. And then my dad said, in a very slow and fake patient voice, "What band, Lisa?" She took off her sunglasses and scrunched up her eyebrows at him, like she couldn't believe he'd ask her something so insulting. Which wasn't really fair, since as far as I knew, the band she was talking about was only a couple of weeks old, and I only knew about it because they practiced in our basement, which meant I couldn't play video games there. "My conceptual art band, Daddy," Lisa said. "I was not aware that you had a conceptual art band," my mother said, in a voice you could scrape frost off. Conceptual art band at practice. Lisa nodded enthusiastically. Either she didn't notice Mom's tone, or, more likely, she was doing a brilliant pretending not to notice Mom's tone impression. "Totally," she said. "It's called Conceptual Art Band." "How conceptual," my dad said. "Right?" said Lisa, like she was pumped that he got it. "It's me and Pierre." Pierre is Lisa's boyfriend of the past 2 years. He's also a senior at NAACP, where he mostly paints gigantic mauve canvases that I don't personally like, but other people seem very enthusiastic about. "This one is dedicated to you, Lisa." Before that, he was into ceramics, and before that, beatboxing, tap dancing, miming, tuba, and ceramics again. Lately, he's been talking about taking up interpretive water ballet, but apparently conceptual art band was the biggest deal of all. "Pierre and me," my mother corrected Lisa, which seemed a little beside the point to me, but I busted in with the joke anyway. "You're in the band too, Mom?" That got me a look of, "But out, Jake," so I did. "Why can't you go to college and be in a band?" my dad asked. "I'm pretty sure it's been done before. Maybe you've even heard the expression college band?" My dad tends to get sarcastic when he's stressed. "I know," said Lisa, "but that's just it. We're not a college band. We're a conceptual art band. And if I'm going to make it work, I need to focus. College would be a distraction." That left my parents pretty much speechless. Just for a year.